Watch out flip. Watch out whip. I'm in the whip. I'm in the wrist. I never switch.
Matching hundreds. It's the coach. This is NFL football on E.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. The Steelers' all-time leading passer and two-time Super Bowl champ Ben Roethlisberger ready to lead this offensive unit. He's led them since his rookie year all the way back in 2004. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. And let's take a look at the Steeler offense.
And, partner, sometimes it's good for a team to get the Thursday nighter right after a loss because you don't have very long to stew on what just happened. You have to turn right around, get ready, and go out and play again. Or, as one of the veterans told me, actually liked it.
And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it makes things a little more interesting now on 4th and goal. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashard Higgins, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
James Conner and the Steelers ready to get their next drive going. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. One carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, got a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
It's a loss of 2, now third down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
That's to his running back, complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mayfield. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Kill. Turn up.
To throw, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively, nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The drive will start with Conner. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. A check on the numbers last week for Conner. 13 carries, 117 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On second down, Samuels.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try and run forward with Connor. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
So here are the Browns to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. A run for Nick Chubb, and not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Mayfield to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
I'm darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Real.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Here we go.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
He's checking
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I see you, boy. I see you.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Start. Like 20. 51. Here it comes.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he connects with Ebron. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Roethlisberger will throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Charles, what a slacker. 5 sacks last week. Took him all the way to the 2nd quarter to get one here in this one.
And just think about all the planning that went into this game to try and keep him from getting to the quarterback. After 1 quarter, maybe they exhaled and thought, hey, we got this. Oh, no, you don't. You got to come up with another plan, more looks, maybe even more bodies to keep him out of the backfield.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if it was to bring in your tight...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Seibert on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. James Conner and the Steelers ready to get their next drive going. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Regular. Hey, alert 33.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
198. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Here we go, dude.
Mayfield off the play fake. Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now it's Roethlisberger. Now big hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Here's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
So we have come to halftime. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
14, Steelers nothing.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mayfield looks to throw, and finding the tight end Hooper. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Here's Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. A first down throw from Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down. How about the safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Check. Crunch. 25. Check 25. Point it right.
Mayfield now. This pass complete to Higgins. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Keep playing. Hey, alert 33. Alert.
Now Mayfield. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, orbit.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Hey, alert 33.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
At the 27-yard line.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air.
Here we go.
But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? Because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. He gets it to Humphreys. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They go draw play. This is Samuels. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Now it's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out come the Steelers.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Three down.
Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick six. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Here we go.
Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. It's caught, Humphreys. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. They find some open. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
They'll run here with Connor. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They run again on first down, Chubb. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin Bush in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. On 3rd down, it's Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, go into pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Ready? Alert, alert! 180! Double dog, that's the way.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Another try after the 1st down sack. Roethlisberger. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Mayfield to throw it. It got his man complete. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Switch. Hey, alert 33.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. He's going to look deep now for Landry. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback